Welcome back. So we are still taking the punch. Nobody has started with the punch. Let's go.
So some people have got to. Yes, convicted billionaire kidnap kingpin Evans has now told Lagos State High Court, sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square, that he is now a teacher at the Kirikiri prison after correctional center in Kirikiri after obtaining a teaching diploma in economics from the Yewa College of Education, and that he's no longer a criminal because he has a certificate, a degree. He said that he's now prepared to surrender all his property as part of a plea bargain agreement should the court consider his application on compassionate grounds. He said he's now ready to forfeit 14 brand new trucks to the Lagos State government.
That should have been forfeited since.
Wait now, hey, with the proceeds to be transferred to the victims of his criminal records. Why does he still have any kind of property at all?
No. It's the effrontery.
It's the effrontery to God.
Then people he killed, can he bring them back?
That's it. Then I heard that this is the second time he's approaching a court to seek a plea bargain for his involvement in kidnapping, because he was convicted. He had 5 criminal cases. He has been convicted of 2, which one carries a life sentence and the other one 14-year prison term. August, stay there and serve your life sentence. So you still have property brand new,
guns of steel,
sophisticated already.
What is going on?
I trust my Southeast people. They will have demolished the house. They will carry bulldozers and go there.
Judiciary. I'm looking at people like this. What's going on?
They should share. They should sell the stolen items and then they should share.
The audacity.
The next story, Biko.
I have the story of the economists warned CBN as MPC retains 27.5 interest rate. They said the economists have warned that the monetary and fiscal policy authorities in Nigeria must collaborate to avoid a fresh rise in inflation following the retention of the country's benchmark interest rate at 27.50. You know, they set up a committee to look into this. So they said the CBN governor Olayemi Kodoso stated that all parameters were unanimously held as the committee assessed the economic outlook for 2025. He said the first, some of the parameters are: 1, retain the MPR at 27.5, retain the corridor around MPR at plus 500 / minus 100 basis points. The third one is retain the cash reserve ratio of deposit money banks at 50%. And merchant banks at 16%. Then he also said that he should retain liquidity ratio at 30%. He also said that the committee have noted stability in the foreign exchange market, improvements in the external reserve, and a gradual moderation in fuel prices. They also expressed confidence that as food security measures improve, inflationary pressures, particularly those driven by food prices, will ease over time. So up till now, the price of food is still high.
Everything
so we're
is
hoping
high.
We're hoping that it will go low very soon.
Yeah, it has to go low.
Meanwhile, we are spending huge money on presidential committees.
Egbe.
So 21 billion naira has been spent to fund presidential committees over the past 7 years. Averagely, year on year, we spend about 3 billion naira. 3 billion on committees.
What are they committing?
Good question.
I've not solved anything.
The budget for 2025 includes 3.73 billion naira as proposed budget for committees.
I need to join this committee.
These committees, we have, one of them was inaugurated even this 2025, that is going to handle strategic, they said, to handle what the labor people, they want them to come up with, present organized labor, have complained about the removal of petrol subsidy. So these guys are now, this committee is going to come up with a working solution for that. Remember the committee on tax reforms. We also, there's another committee that is supposed to handle Ministry of Livestock and Development. I'm like, we have ministries already, we have ministers already, we have ministers of state. Why are we now still having committee? All of these ministries have boards, and we're spending over 7 years. This year now, they are proposing spending 3.73 billion naira for committee. This is outside ministers, agencies, and departments. And
you know the committee we set up another committee we do
to commit what the other committee has not committed.
I don't know what we're doing.
Let's go to Daily Sun. I wanted to take my story, but no time.
Okay.
Major headline: June 12, IBB opens up. Oba of Benin attacks Obaseki, accuses ex-governor of waging war against traditional institution masses. We cherish the Sun Awards in Dume Oloyede. A removal of Benue CJ We acted in line with the law assembly. Senate, opera as Akpabio Akpoti Uduaga clash over change of seat. Oshun, don't go ahead with local government poll. Respect court judgment, AGF tells Adeleke. CBN aligns with experts, maintain monetary policy rates. What stories do we have in the Sun?
Oba of Benin, of course, I'm going to take my in-laws. I have to represent.
Please tell us what happened.
So the Oba said in a congratulatory message by the Esere of Benin Kingdom, Chief Stanley Osamoyi, said that the previous administration took Edo people for granted, acted as if he had a personal vendetta against the traditional institution of the people of Edo State. So he expressed satisfaction with the current administration of Senator Monday Okpebolo, the current governor, and the governor thanked the senator for remedying all of the previous governor Obaseki's abnormalities and bringing relief and succor to the people of Edo State. He also mentioned a list of all the grievances of all that the previous governor did, disrespect to the Benin traditional institution, and that these were part of the issues that led to what happened, where he said that the people of Edo, the psyche of the people was brutalized, and that they undermined, insulted, and almost destroyed the traditional institute, and that it was just we're celebrating this new governor, and this governor is now listening to people of Edo and is appreciating them. While the Oba is entitled to protect the interests of his people, the people too have a right to speak up concerning the impact of the present governor on their life.
So true. Any other story in the Sun?
Yes, but this might be long because all Nigerians are talking about it. So for clarity's sake, I need to take what the newspapers have reported. So there was an uproar during the Senate plenary yesterday as the senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti Uduaga, she represents Kogi Central. She protested a decision by the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, to relocate her seat. So this is what they reported. They said she fled up when she entered the chamber for plenary, but could not find her name on the seat which she usually occupies. So she immediately raised her voice and demanded an explanation to that. Relying on Order 10 of the Senate Standing Rules, which deals with privileges, she asked the Senate President to recognize her to speak, a request that was denied by the Senate President. This further infuriated her. She now said, I don't care if I'm silenced. I'm not afraid. You have denied me my privilege. Mr. Senate President, ever since the nightclub incident, you have deliberately silenced my voice.
Nightclub incident?
Yes, well, no, there was a nightclub incident, He now said, my bills have not been able to scale through the second reading. I'm not afraid of being silenced, but I will do so in honor that as a senator that was elected by her people, that she needs to do her job. She doesn't care if she's suspended. That, Mr. President, I've taken a lot from you. If you don't want me to speak publicly, I will let the whole world know how you have dehumanized me, how you have discriminated against me, how you have maligned me. Your choice of words have embarrassed me, Mr. President, and I will not leave my seat. So they said at this point, Akpabio now instructed the Senate at arms to please, to escort her out. So they also said that later in the day, one of the senators from her state, Azai Jibrin, rising on Order 42, which allows for personal explanation, recalled the incident which occurred earlier in the day. So it's still a whole lot. It's going to be a hot topic.
Natasha is not going to take anything. She will take it quiet.
I think there's
so don't try her.
I think there's something.
What has to act like that?
I can
sit cause problem. Yes.
Is it outside the Senate?
It's been building up.
Other people have been sitting down. Why our own chair now relocate?
Maybe her own chair is outside.
So you have a particular place where you sit?
Yes, they put their names there. They come over our own chair, go somewhere.
So there's a build-up of you can tell that.
I want to hear the nightclub incident. I'm interested in that. Let me see if we have time to take another story. Unfortunately, we have to go. Thank you, ladies, for your contribution. That's all we can take on the newspaper reviews. When we come back, we move on to our topics for the day. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.